everyone, and welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten, and today is going to be a Stitch With Me video. I hope you can hear me okay. The regular mic that I use when I'm not on the road decided to give me some issues tonight, so I'm using the one that I travel with if I make videos when I travel. Anyway, I probably shouldn't do that. Anyway, I was going to make a video last week, and then I got sick, so that did not happen. And what else? I was sick all weekend, so I figured Thanksgiving week, night before Thanksgiving, what a perfect time to do a Stitch With Me. And because I'm going to be out of town in 2 weeks, I figured if we have a Stitch With Me this week and then a floss tube the next week, then you wouldn't be missing a video. So I'm just gonna pull you closer. Oh, okay. So my notebook of things to talk about is downstairs. And normally I would pull something up on my iPad, but I need my iPad for what I'm stitching. So I don't know what to talk about. Actually, let's see. I saw I should have been more prepared, but I wanted to get a video out because I feel like I've been slacking. Okay. Tags are old news as far as YouTube goes. But I've got 10 questions to talk to you guys about that are Thanksgiving related. So I am working on Stitchrovia When Skies Are Gray. I'm stitching it on 16 count Dapple by Picture This Plus, and I'm using the called for DMC, and I'm mostly just going to be working on filling in these half stitches, and we'll go from there. Okay, so What is your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? I really like green bean casserole. And I also really like stuffing. Those would probably be my favorites. I even told my husband that I'm going to make an extra dish of, well, I'm not even making anything for tomorrow. But I told my husband that I would make a dish of green bean casserole for ourselves so that when we are eating our leftover turkey and having turkey sandwiches, that we could still have a side with it, because green bean casserole is never part of the leftovers. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dessert? My grandma always made a cherry pie for Thanksgiving dessert. So I love cherry pie. My sister-in-law makes a really good apple pie, and she also makes a really good... My sister-in-law just makes really good pie. So the last couple years I've had her pies, and they've been really good. She also does a Reese's peanut butter with an Oreo crust pie that one of her aunts introduced us to. And what else? I really like pumpkin cheesecake. Love pumpkin cheesecake. And the first time I ever tried it was actually at a wedding reception when I was maybe 10. And I've loved it ever since. So, those are my favorite desserts. What does your ideal Thanksgiving outfit look like? I don't know. I feel like I've always wanted to look nice for Thanksgiving, but not too nice. Like, I wear jeans or leggings, but I wear a cute sweater. That's what I'm wearing tomorrow. Jeans and a cute sweater. So, what is your best Thanksgiving memory? I don't know. When my husband proposed, he proposed the night before Thanksgiving, so showing up to our Thanksgivings the next day with it's not on right now, but with my ring on my finger, that was awesome. And maybe just coming home to be with family while I was away at college. I haven't talked about it recently. For my first 2 years of school, I was a college athlete, and I moved 3 hours away to Colorado, and it was a 3-hour drive to a very small town. And so probably just coming home for Thanksgiving break. It's not a Thanksgiving memory, but it's a driving back to school from Thanksgiving break memory. I got into a rollover accident, and I don't know if anyone has noticed or not, but I have a scar in this eyebrow. Sometimes it's not noticeable, but like right there it is. I was wearing my glasses. Well, I was wearing glasses at the time, and I didn't have any front impact, but as soon as we started sliding off the road, I said a bad word. I said that. I said, "Oh, shiz!" And then I got knocked out because my head hit the steering wheel. I'm assuming. Obviously, I was blacked out, so I don't remember. But I think I hit the steering wheel, and when I hit the steering wheel, my glasses broke. And yeah, so that's a Thanksgiving memory. I always associate it with this time of year because that's when it happened. Yeah, I had some gnarly bruising. I had 2 black eyes. Had a mark right here from hitting my head. I had stitches right here. My best friend from college, my setter actually, for my volleyball team, she was in the car with me and she bruised her knee and cracked a couple ribs. I got a concussion, and yeah, for the first little bit I had to have this covered, so I looked really strange with a big band-aid covering basically this whole eyebrow, and then I just looked rough. I looked rough. But yeah, if you want to hear more about that story, I can tell you all about it. It was I was very lucky. Very, very lucky that I got to limp out of the hospital. So, I was only 9 miles away from school. My drive was almost done. Okay. Least favorite Thanksgiving dish. I don't like yams. So I don't like, what is it? Sweet potato casserole? Is that what it is? Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah. That's a hard pass for me. I also don't typically go for cranberry sauce. Yeah. Do you have any quirky Thanksgiving traditions? I don't know if it's quirky, but my family always did gingerbread houses the night of Thanksgiving. So, like, we would help my aunt put Thanksgiving away. Everyone would go home, and then some of us, typically when I was growing up, until I turned 7, we were always traveling up to where I live now for Thanksgiving. And so we always had to do our house. Hold up. We always had to do this the night of Thanksgiving because we were never, like, coming back up here. So we make gingerbread houses. Maybe I said that. We have, and they're homemade gingerbread houses. So we have templates, we have our gingerbread recipe, we have, we make royal icing to put them together so that they stay together. They are intense, and mine always end up looking like a kid made them, which is fine. And then my brothers always look amazing because he's an artist and he's patient and good at those things. But I always remember that the night of Thanksgiving, we would do gingerbread houses. And my mom would do most of it. My dad would be watching football with my uncles. And then I would come up, and I always did the base of the house around the edges when I was growing up. And so I'd always do a pattern and pick candies and all that. My aunt had a big setup. She made all the houses. We paid her for them. But she made all the houses. She made icing trees that were sugar cones for like sugar ice cream cones. And she made sleighs for you to like fill with different candies, chimneys, doors, and we would spend basically all Thanksgiving night, dedicate hours to doing this. And mostly it takes hours because you were talking to everyone that was doing it at the same time. But it's a huge to-do. And so that is one tradition that I'm like, we have to do it every year because I love it so much. So I'm not even stitching it at this point. So hopefully you are. Where do you and your family usually celebrate Thanksgiving? So, obviously, since being married, it has changed. When I was growing up, we always alternated which side of the family we went to. So, one year we would go to my dad's side, and one year we would go to my mom's side. My mom's side is the ones who made gingerbread houses. Since I have been married, let's see. So we got engaged in 2018. Yeah. 2018, we did 2 Thanksgivings. We did one at my mom's family, one with my husband's side of the family where they were doing it. 2019 is when my parents had moved across the country. So I feel like we only did one that year. Maybe we did 2 that year. I can't remember. And then 2020, my parents were supposed to come out to Utah for Thanksgiving. But they got COVID the week before. So we just did it at my in-laws, and everyone got together, but our tables were 6 feet apart. And then 2021, and 2020 we did Christmas with my parents. 2021, we took our camper down to southern Utah, and we did Thanksgiving with my father-in-law's family, and my husband and I were in our camper, and everyone else was in the house. With how many people were there, there wasn't enough room in the house, and we also needed to take our dogs. So our camper was kind of our best bet, and I actually really enjoyed it. A 15-minute cleanup in the camper is a lot easier than cleaning that house. So, yeah. And then this year, we are doing Thanksgiving with my mother-in-law's family, which is who we did Thanksgiving with in 2020 as well. Oh! We did it with her family in 2019 as well. But I think we might have done 2, but I can't remember. So it kind of depends. I ideally, if we can make it happen, we would like to switch off with whoever we are with Christmas for that year. We want to do Thanksgiving with the other side. So like next year we're going to be doing Christmas with my in-laws, and so if we can make it work, we would like to do Thanksgiving with my family. What do you love most about Thanksgiving? I always really liked seeing my cousins. And hanging out with family. And and the food. But mostly I like just having a chill day. And gingerbread houses. What do you think has changed most since the first Thanksgiving? Probably, I think everything has changed since the first Thanksgiving. Probably that people have turned it into like a fashion show, and I don't know. I've never thought about that before. Maybe that sometimes people don't realize why we celebrate Thanksgiving. I think it's kind of turned into just another holiday that yeah, that's what I think. It's turned into a fashion show, and people don't really know why we celebrate it. So it's just another holiday. It's just another day off of work. It's just another, one of those. And what are you thankful for? Man. I might get a tad emotional. I'm thankful for a lot of things. But this year, I am grateful that I have a body that works correctly. I think that was one of the hardest things to grasp back in August, was that my miscarriage was sad, and I'm allowed to grieve that and feel those feelings. But my body did what it was supposed to do. And that's really weird, but I'm glad that my body's working. And I'm grateful for my husband and how amazing he is. I am grateful for my beliefs. I haven't gotten into it too much on here because I want to try to keep it mostly about cross stitch. But I'm grateful for my Savior, Jesus Christ. I have had some major testimony building experiences in my life, and this year has been one of those. The last couple years have been some of those, and I'm grateful for him. I'm grateful for whatever the fire station is doing outside. I'm grateful for all of you who watch my videos and this amazing cross-stitch community that I have. I have found so many people that I can connect with on many different levels, not just cross-stitch, and I'm grateful I'm grateful to have you. I'm grateful to have this channel as an outlet. I'm grateful that I found this hobby in 2018. I'm grateful that I was just searching how to do something and found Flosstube randomly. I think I found Flosstube. I started cross-stitching July of 2018. I think I found Flosstube in August or September. Yeah. I found it really quick. And I think Priscilla and Chelsea and Stitcherista were my first channels that I found. I think. And I found them because I was watching a Peacock and Fig tutorial. Wild. So yeah, that's what I'm grateful for. I have finished that strand, and that's about all I got done during this video. So I talk a lot with my hands. I don't really want to end the video though because I barely stitched. Most of my... That was the end of the tag. Thank you for listening. On to life things, because I don't really talk about my life in my Flosstube videos. I would rather talk about it here. So, most of my Christmas decorations are up. I have a 4-foot tree in here, and most of my Christmas decorations elsewhere are up. And we just have the tree to do, and there are a few things that I have to move around in order to put that tree where I would like it to go, and it just seems like it'll kind of be a lot. And maybe I should find a different spot for the tree. I don't know. The tree is the only thing left. And so that will probably happen on Friday, if I had to guess. And that was my original plan. And then I was like, I need some happiness, so I want to put it up early. And then I was exhausted by the time I had put everything else out, so that did not happen. And yeah, so hopefully that'll happen on Friday, because that's the last day that I have off besides weekends that we're not doing something. And the first weekend of December, not the first weekend, but the first week, second weekend of December, I'm going to be out of town. So, and then at that point, it's like, why even get the tree out? So hopefully we can get it out on Friday. Get it put up on Friday. And, oh, if any of you have been listening to my building a house saga, we have officially dropped out or backed out of building our house. I am not as sad about it as I was previously. And we've decided that we're going to move elsewhere. And we are actually going to be moving to a completely different city. So, we're actually looking at houses in southern Utah. So, that's one of the biggest things to happen recently, is we are out of our house. That was a whole fiasco in and of itself, but it's done now. There are some houses down in southern Utah that we really like. We're going to be out of town in southern Utah and in Mesquite, Nevada, for something completely unrelated. That second week of December, we're going to be doing a charity golf tournament. And while we're down there, we are going to set up some tours of some houses. Some of the ones that are on the top of our list, and others that are kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to. Oh no, what happened to my earring? Oh my gosh. I will be the saddest person alive, because these are from Hawaii. They're little hibiscus flowers. Look at, I don't even think you're gonna be able to see it. Here. Anyway. Oh my gosh, I'll be the saddest person alive. I am so bummed right now. Oh my gosh, where did my earring go? That makes me so sad. I had just found one. whatever. Anyway, so we're excited about that. And there were some houses that had some... Wow. There were some houses that had some similar things in them that we had picked for our house. Like, we had picked to have a blue island as an accent. And there were a couple houses down there that had blue islands, which was really cool, but the one that we really liked sold a couple weeks ago, and we were really bummed about that. But there are some other ones in a more central location that we really like. So, and if we want to do a blue island, we could paint it. So, yeah. That's where we're at. We're really excited. Packing. We don't have a date. We're kind of trying to time everything correctly, and so we don't know when exactly we're going to be moving, but we do know that it'll be within the first quarter, I want to say, of 2023. So, really excited. Really nervous, really antsy, because I kind of just want to have a plan in place, but it's okay. I'm trying to let go and not get stressed about it, because at this point, what can we do? And we have an amazing place to live. We are in no hurry to get out. We're not getting kicked out, nothing like that. We don't have a day that we need to be out, so I'm just trying to let everything go, let all of my worries and stresses and everything go, and at the same time get prepared to leave. So, who knows? But that, I think, is all the life updates. We're at 38 and a half minutes, so I'll probably keep this going to 40 or 45 minutes, because I can't end it on a weird time. So let me know any one of the questions that I answered for the Thanksgiving tag. Answer down below, so that I can learn a little bit more about you. Whether it's what you normally do for Thanksgiving, your favorite side, your least favorite food, your favorite dessert, if you have any quirky traditions, if you're one of those families that does the turkey trot, or if you are more on my side of the spectrum of just hanging out and having a chill day. Or let me know one of your favorite Thanksgiving. I feel like I said Christmas. Let me know if you have any favorite Thanksgiving memories. I remember before, so my boyfriend, my husband was the first super serious boyfriend that I had. And so he's the first one to ever go home with me to a family function. Pause. The year before I met my husband? 2017? Maybe. Someone... Oh gosh, I cannot remember. I think it was 2017. My first ever... Yeah. I don't know about first ever. The first boyfriend that I count. But we were not dating at the time that he came with me. Came with me to a family Christmas party. But I can't remember what year it was. I feel like it was 2016. I don't know. But he was the first person. We weren't even dating at the time, but he came with me to a family Christmas party. We had just started... He was going to school actually where my dad coaches soccer now. And I feel like maybe I just got broken up with. Or I broke up with him. Something. And we had just started talking again, and we were like debating on if we were gonna give long distance a try or what we were gonna do. And so he came with me. Man, life. And then and then my husband. So really only my husband has been to family functions. Yeah. But I remember always like being annoyed that I couldn't be with whoever I liked at the time. Even though we were never officially dating. But I remember being annoyed. One that usually comes to mind is the guy that I liked. He was originally from California, but he lived with his grandparents who lived in the relative area that I live now. But he would always go home to visit his mom in California for the holidays. Like he should. And, or his mom would come here. But I just remember being annoyed that I could never be with him. Hold on just a second. Okay. We're almost at 45 minutes, so I think I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. I hope you remember that someone always needs you, and I will see you next time.